Welcome back to Live Impact News here on WCNC Plus. Like I promised you, another health topic. This time, we are going to stay with the upper level and talk about our teeth and our mouth, okay? Because online conversation is buzzing about a surprising trend when it comes to reshaping your smile. The comeback of metal braces. Who would have thought? What was considered old school has become the new cool for kids and adults alike. Here to help us understand this trend and some of the other options you might want to be thinking about is orthodontist Dr. Farah Carr. Doctor, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dr. Carr, what is driving this resurgence of metal braces? I remember when I was in middle and high school, you saw someone with metal braces. It definitely gave food for fodder for making fun of your fellow classmates, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right. I think a lot of what has been driving this is social media. I think back to when I had braces in the 80s. I think getting my colors changed every month was pretty much the one thing that got me through treatment. So being able to personalize that for some of our patients is really special. And then also, I think for some of our adult patients, it's a little nostalgic. But as a mom and as an orthodontist, when my patients, come to me, and I think it's so important to sit down and educate them on all the tools that we now have available to us. We want to make an educated decision that's based on facts and not just following a trend.
Exactly. So how much of this trend is driven by social media versus the actual benefits?
I mean, I think what we're seeing is that, with social media, influences so many things. It definitely has started a lot of the discussion around traditional braces. But again, when my patients come to me for a consultation, we go over all the pros and cons, right, of having traditional braces. For example, we know that with traditional braces, you're going to have a lot more bleeding, a lot more gingival bleeding, a lot more gingival inflammation, a lot more plaque accumulation. That was a recent study that came out by the NIH, the National Institute of Health. I mean, we've been seeing that in the clinic for years. It's so nice to have the research back that as well. Also, because of the changes in technology with Invisalign clear aligners, we're now able to treat all the same cases, the complex cases that we typically could only do with traditional braces. For example, overbite, crossbite, deep bite, a lot, severe spacing or crowding. And so we're able to do this in a very effective way, but also in a very convenient way. And our patients really value that. They want the convenience, they want comfortable treatment, they want treatment that is also going to be faster. We know that the NIH also showed that Invisalign treatment is typically only 18 months, where the same treatment type would be 2 years with traditional braces. And so they're able to do this with so much more comfort and a lot less oral irritation. And our families, our adult patients, our young patients really value that. And it's just about sitting down and really being informed.
Yeah, it's funny because my niece, who is a teenager, 13 years old, she insisted on keeping her metal braces on a little bit longer than prescribed, which I found a little bizarre. But you mentioned aligners. I, as an adult, also used them years ago when they were kind of first coming onto the scene. And like you said, they've come a long way as well, and that convenience of, taking them off and just the speed of it all. Where and how do you recommend metal braces over, these clear aligners or vice versa?
I mean, I would say that it's so important to know the responsibility that goes with orthodontic treatment. I've always been really surprised by this idea that somehow having braces put on requires less responsibility. It actually requires a lot more responsibility because you're attracting a lot of bacteria and plaque to your teeth. So making sure that you're spending that time to properly clean your teeth can really save you from scarring your enamel once those braces come off. And unfortunately, we see that. With Invisalign, it's a removable tool, so you're able to take it off and clean your teeth like you typically would. So you don't need a lot of the special gadgets that you typically need with braces. You just brush and floss like you normally would. And so that's been really helpful for our patients. I want to make sure that my patients know the responsibility that comes with these tools so that when they're done with treatment, it's successful for them and that they're able to maintain their oral health for the rest of their life, right? So it's really just about being informed.
All right. Good messages this morning. Great information, Dr. Farrakar. Thanks as we talk about teeth health and, got to have that great smile and work on it. But it doesn't have to be hard.
Oh, it's so important. And no, it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be painful. And if you do want to get some more information, I recommend that everyone goes to Invisalign.com/find a doctor and get that consultation so that you know what your options are.
Dr. Farrakar, thanks for joining us here this morning on Live Impact News.
Thank you for having me.
And just after 9:30, let's take a break here on Live Impact News on WCNC Plus. Be back in 2 minutes.